If you love Indian food, you know you love butter chicken. You know what a gem it is. And today I'm going to be attempting to make it for the first time. I am absolutely excited because I really love butter chicken. I'm so glad you guys can join me for this. So welcome to my international kitchen. The beauty of butter chicken is highly enhanced by marination of the chicken. We're going to start marinating by adding yogurt and all the dry spices. The only dry spice that we're not going to add is the dried parsley, but everything else is going to be added into this to make the very best marinade paste. And then we're going to go in with the garlic and ginger paste. This is just a complete blend of garlic and ginger. I've made quite a lot of this, and I'm going to store the rest in the freezer because it freezes really well. But to better preserve it, just add some bit of olive oil and it can last for as long as you actually really want to. And just mix everything up to get you a very nice marinade paste. Then store the mixture in the fridge for just about an hour. If you can do this for as long as you can, probably half a day or maybe just a few hours. But if you don't have much time, make sure you put it in the fridge for a minimum of about an hour. And then from here we're going to start off by making chicken skewers. This is just to better enhance the taste of the chicken, which you're going to be putting into the sauce later on. You can choose to either put these in the oven, or you can do this just by putting the chicken pieces on a pan. But I think it's so much better for me to put the chicken skewers in the oven because it really retains the taste of the marinades, and also the marinade paste gets infused into the chicken itself really well. And then just add some bit of butter to make sure that the chicken does not dry up in the oven. Then leave that for maybe about 20 to 30 minutes. Then next we're going to start off with frying quite some bit of butter, and for the butter not to stick to the pan or to burn out, we're going to add olive oil. This just keeps the butter in the perfect state. And then just cook that until the butter is completely melted and bubbling up. And after that we're going to be adding the ingredients according to how we want to cook our butter chicken. We'll start off by adding onions, and then once the onion is cooked up, we're going to add garlic and ginger paste. And we're going to let these two cook really well until you gain a golden brown color for the both of them. Keep checking on the chicken skewers to see how far they've gone, and then don't forget to keep turning to ensure that the chicken is well cooked on all the sides. Then just add some bit of water to the pan that's below to ensure that it doesn't dry out, and also to avoid the oven from being too smoky. Then we're going to go in with all the dry ingredients as we had used in the marinade. Make sure you add all of them as you had added. That's the turmeric, paprika, coriander powder, garam masala. Then we're going to be adding in some bit of pepper, and then go in with all the tomato that you had blended. Then mix all the ingredients up completely, ensuring that everything has completely blended into the other. We would want for the sauce to be a bit thick, but at this point if it's too thick, it's okay to add in some bit of water just to make sure that everything cooks in really well, and also to keep the sauce from burning before we add in the other ingredients. The idea we have today is to make the creamiest butter chicken ever. And one of the secret ingredients, which is not very classic to the Indian way of making butter chicken, is adding blended cashew nuts. This really makes the sauce very, very creamy. And then once you add this, just stir everything in and then cook for just a few minutes. Then the second ingredient in getting the very, very creamiest butter chicken ever is going to be cream itself. Add more cream if you need to, and this is going to give you that color that really, really makes butter chicken what exactly it is. The other thing that the blended cashew nuts does is that it gives you that very velvety texture that is so good to have, especially if you're having the butter chicken with rice. And I can absolutely recommend for you to try and add the cashew nuts in for you to get a very, very lovely butter chicken. Then as this cooks on the side, we're going to add some butter to a pan, and then we're going to be cooking the paratha, which in Kenya we call chapati. It is also an Indian name, but the typical Indian name for it is paratha. We'll be cooking a few of these just to have as a side with the butter chicken afterwards. And then flip away until you get your desired number of parathas cooked completely. Our chicken skewers are completely cooked and ready right now. They are looking so lovely, and we're going to be adding this into the sauce that's already bubbling up and also cooked completely. We'll just add in one by one to avoid any crushing of the chicken pieces themselves, which I made a mistake of doing myself, so please don't be like me. Add them in one by one, and when that's done, just stir them in completely and then leave that to boil for a few more minutes. At this point, our butter chicken is completely cooked. We're going to be adding in the dried parsley just to enhance the color of the butter chicken, and stir that in. And then for the last thing we're going to be adding is just a bit more of the cooking cream. And that's it for our butter chicken, and on to the part that I love the most, and that is plating and garnishing the food. We're going to do this, and we're going to do our very best to make sure that not only does it taste good, but it looks absolutely good as well. And that finishes up what was on the menu for today, the creamiest, tastiest butter chicken that you have ever tasted. I am so happy that I made this. It turned out perfectly, and I'm so happy about that. Thank you so very much, guys, for joining me for this. And just a tip, if you want to reheat butter chicken, the best thing is not to put it in the microwave. Just add some bit of butter in a pot, and then add some cream, and then add the butter chicken in it. With that, you're going to completely even make it creamier and enhance the overall taste of the butter chicken. Thank you guys for joining me. See you on my next video. Bye bye.